how do you feel now? Or like, if you were like, thinking back, like the things that you did to build resiliency over the last few years, like how would you talk about this with your colleagues?
Oh, I love that question. Yeah. I think I want to preface too by saying that even though I was like dying to get back to work, that didn't mean it was easy. And it's that duality, right? It's like even when I'm sitting here recording this podcast, I'm thinking, did they eat lunch on daycare? I wonder why they napped. I wonder what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. I wonder if blah, 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 right? Like it's that side of your brain that never was turned on that now you're just like learning how to like dim it down a little bit as you're invested in something else. But to answer your question, I think before I became a mom, when I was envisioning myself as an ND, I always thought that resilience meant pushing harder, right? Like keep pushing more, keep pushing harder. And what I've learned now is that's not what actually defines my type of resilience. My type of resilience actually requires me to step back and say, okay, what's not working right now? Like, where is this tension that I'm feeling and what can I do to change it? Because this is not sustainable. And that's like a really hard mindset exercise to do. And like taking action to that is also really difficult. But I think my whole definition of what resilience means has changed. So when I'm speaking to a colleague, I explain it that way. But even when I'm speaking to a patient, right? And any postpartum mom that's right, or dad that's right in front of me, we're having this conversation about this duality. And also like you can love and hate it at the same time. And you making it harder for yourself and pushing through is like not the answer. That's what you feel like you have to do because you have this like intuitive feeling that it's your like duty and responsibility, but that's not actually how we get from point A to point B. It's actually when you step back and give yourself more grace and space to like account for your own needs as a clinician, as a patient, like whatever the case may be. But that's really, really, really hard to do when society and generational stuff make you feel like you don't matter.
Okay, mic drop. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this talk.
Now we're both sweating. But it's, and I like that you're framing up what resiliency actually means, because technically it's like your brain is not feeling capable of meeting the demands of whatever's going on, right? Like that's literally just the mismatch. And, that reevaluation is crucial to figuring out how to actually create a level of demand that you are capable of meeting. And I think also recognizing that that's going to change over time is something that is not talked about enough either, right? That like we kind of talk like we romanticize that it's a short window of time, but without also romanticizing the idea that you can change your mind like halfway through that season if it's not working out for you.
Yeah. And I think too, like with resiliency, like we frame it as we used to operate here and like how do we get back there? But to me, it's actually like what's our new threshold? Our threshold is just different. And like how, like that's very, very different. And we go through seasons. This is not just about having newborns, right? We go through seasons with our kids. I know yours are teenagers now. That's a whole new season, but it's about adapting. And I'll say the word pivot, even though I hate that number, but like adapting and pivoting as those seasons go on. And what worked for you at one point might not another point, and your practice is going to evolve through all of those seasons. And that's okay. It's just always like reestablishing what's my threshold and like what do I have to do to make myself meet that threshold, and also just accepting that like some days are going to be shitty and like some days you're not operating where you want, and that's okay. Like it doesn't mean anything about you as a professional, as a mom, as a parent. It doesn't, or as like a wife or a husband or whatever. It just means that we're learning our limits. And when you're honest about that with your patients, they actually feel a lot more connected to you because they also view you as a human. They're like, oh, you're struggling too? Okay. Like it's not just me, but it doesn't mean we have to be on the struggle bus together. We can work together to figure out as a profession how to make this better.
I remember a marketer